video is for a creative native, and I'm basically telling you what happens. I'm going to explain to you what happened to my cat of 99. Over 10 years, I had this cat basically. I had him since 1999. So, as most of you know, I had two Siamese cats. They were both boys. One I've had since 1999. His name is Music, and then one I got in 2008. His name is Panther. Um, Music was getting kind of too hot for his britches, and I mean, every time my front door opened, Music would run out. And when I tell you, like, Music is running out the house, he is, boom, gone. He's running out the house. Um, Earlier this year, after I had my son, my sister and them was staying here with me, had kids running in and out the house. Music got out, probably like early February. Music got out. Um, at this point in time, when Music got out, I took it. You know, the kids was running in and out. They left the door open. He got out. He was gone for 2 days. Unbeknown to me, he was just downstairs in the front bushes for 2 days. And you know, by the time his ass got hungry and I come home from work at 4 o'clock in the morning, he's meeting me at my car. Meow, meow, meow. So I bring him back in the house. I clean him up. No, I don't clean him up. I just bring him back in the house. I'm not thinking. Like, it didn't register to me, like, to wash him, bathe him, deep flea him. It didn't register for me to do that. So what happens is I go to Boston at the beginning of March, and I leave both of my cats. Come on. See, this is the only one left. Anyways. And I go to Boston at the beginning of March, and I'm gone for a week. Cats are in the house, well fed, well food is in the house or whatever. And I come back this time without my son. By the grace of God, like, things happen the way they do for a reason, and I didn't come back with my son. Um, no, no, no. I'm lying. Hold on, let me get my story together. Okay, but I did leave to go to Boston in March, and I did come back. Okay, he was in the house. So, August of this year, I go to Boston. I go to Boston for Carnival and things like that. When I come back in September 1st, I left my son in Boston with his grandparents. Um, and what happened was this. During the course of February to August, I did not give my cat a bath after getting out the house. And the nigga had fleas on him. And when I got back September 1st and I walked into my house, I automatically take my sneakers off at the door. I had on white socks. Walking across my carpet, it's kind of dark in the house, but the sun is still shining in. I look down at my socks, and I now have polka dot socks. I'm like, I know my socks are white. Why do I have polka dot socks? I turn on the lamp, and I look down at my socks, and my socks are covered in fleas. I flip out. So I take my socks off, I throw them in the trash, I grab the vacuum cleaner. When you move, and I start vacuuming my whole house and things like that, and then now I'm getting bit, and I can feel these things popping on my legs and biting me, and jumping off, and I'm smacking my legs, and it was just ridiculous. Basically, in September, my carpet was infested with fleas due to the fact of him getting out, then the fleas humping on them and making babies and getting on both cats and getting in the carpet because I have wall-to-wall carpet. So I go on a rampage. I do a full deep flea spray for the carpets, deep flea for the cat. I mean the juice, the collars, the shampoo, the powder. I mean, I did flea everything. I got my carpets cleaned. I got it defleed. I spent probably over $300 getting my house together. So for at least 2.5 weeks, I was fighting in my house with fleas. Finally got them out. Finally got them out. House is fine. Um, House is back to normal. I'm not itching. You know, the bitches was even in my bed. Like I had to get rid of everything and start over. So finally, you know, everything's fine. Everything's back to normal. I go and get my son in October. Bring him home. You know, everything's fine. There's not an inch of flea in here because I done did everything I needed to do. October, I come home from work. I take out the trash. Who runs out the door? Music. He gone for 2 days. That time I'm like, nah, you know, he keeps getting out. Every time I open the door, he running out the door. I'm not gonna keep taking him back. So he gets out, and I was hoping and praying like he would leave, like get out of here, like bye, shoot, like go somewhere. But he doesn't. He stays right in front of the house in the bushes for 2 days. When he gets hungry, he's gonna come back. This time I took him back in. I'm like, okay, let me give him another try. Maybe he learned his lesson. I bring him in the house. I put him on the back porch for about 2 days. I wash him down, deflea him, debug him, do all this stuff. I kind of quarantined him on the back porch for at least 2 weeks before I let him back in the house. He back in the house. Let's go all the way to November. November 25th. My nephews and them is taking out the trash. This nigga run out the house. Oh, that's it. I'm done. I can't keep doing all this stuff to keep trying to keep this cat clean. This is just too much damn work to keep on trying to do. So this time, 2 days later, when I'm coming home from work, 4 o'clock in the morning with my son, he want to meet me at the car. Not this time. So first, I came in the house and I closed him outside. But he kept crying at the door, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, just be my luck, somebody call and complain to me about a fucking cat. So I get mad. I get my son dressed. I get dressed, put my son in the car. I go get the cat and throw him in the backseat. I drive him all the way over down to where I feel is Whiteyville, and all the way down in the subdivision, and turn off my lights to my car, turn off my car dome, get out the car, grab the cat, and throw him into the bushes. Jump in my car and peel off. This was November like 25th, the day after Thanksgiving. How about 2 weeks later? I want to say like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks later. I come home 4 o'clock in the morning. Guess who's coming out the bushes? Yes, music. He crossed 2 major intersections with 4 lanes of traffic, which is Orange Blossom Trail in Orlando. He crossed Americana Boulevard, and he crossed Rio Grande. So 2 major intersections in one street without getting hit by a car. He made it back home to right in front of the house. So when I first seen him, I was shocked. I'm like, music? Like, I'm thinking he done got dead or somebody took him in the house, or, you know, like, I'm thinking he's gone out of my life finally. Thank you. So first I'm like, music? And, you know, he's running up to me. He's screaming, ram, ram. He's screaming. And I'm like, come on, music. But then, like, I looked at him. He ain't been eating. He hungry. And then, like, I went down to touch him, and then I just felt all these lumps and bumps on him. I'm like, oh no. First thing I'm like, ticks, fleas, worms. Can't do it. So mind you, now it's like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. So I go in the house and I'm like, shoot, shoot, get away, hoping he'll go. Bye. And I might have to end this video short because it's 9 minutes and 31 seconds. So I will end this and start up another one.